Oh, but whatever. It is first thing in the morning. Very cold. 2 degrees. Just above freezing. I'm keeping an ear out for my boiler because she can sometimes sort of clug, and that means she's having trouble. And it generally means I'll have to clamber up into the loft. It's generally the pressure. It's a simple thing. You just isolate, turn off the mains, right, which has got a main, like a switch opposite it. And, well, of course, I've done it a few times. And there's one key which is always left in. So you turn that, believe it's left, but it is. Then there's a little dial next to it, and you can hear it. And you can see your gauge, watching your gauge. And you turn, you can hear the word, coming in, and you watch your gauge. And I generally now set it to 2 bar. You recommended 1.5, but that's what the plumber said, no, set it higher. And it does. So you set it on 2, stop the water from going in, then turn the key back to how it was. Oh, I've got a couple of people. Oh, yeah. Only started 10 seconds ago. That's nice, though. And I've learnt how to do that. So, I don't know. I think this is different. There you go. I'm psychoanalyzing it. All my other stuff done on my computer, which is set, as you notice, in the set position, is all landscape. And this is this. I think there's a slight improvement in the quality as well. Plus the fact, although I'm just having my breakfast, and I said I woke from a deep sleep, if you know what I mean. So a bit groggy. Haven't had a shower because technically I'm waiting for the post, which is my routine. And as it's a bit of a cold morning, I think she'll be probably more here 9:30 than whatever the time is now. Wow. Still, yeah, just getting to see here and now stuff. I was attempting last night, it's absolutely urgent. Well, it's a bit of feedback to register for online banking. Now, I'm a cunt idiot. There's obviously a way. So in doing this, you get 2 codes sent you. One through your mobile phone, get it? And one another way. Well, I think it's actually through the computer, but you've got to have another computer device. But after 3 attempts, that's it, one through your email. Now, that was the issue. So I had to go to my email, and in going to my email, I lost the tab, if that's the correct computer term, that I'm actually trying to register with. So basically, I was fucked and got to start again. There is a way. You've got to tell the computer to keep all tabs open. See, I'm telling myself now. So that means, So you go change your tab to go to your email to get this code, but the tab you're working with to actually register stays open. But that wasn't happening here. That's it. Once I went to go to the email, I'd lost the tab where I was working through to actually register. So I've psychoanalyzed it myself. And there's obviously a way you can do this. Again, it's just clicking somewhere, and somehow I've unclicked it then, because it used to do that, rare, but it doesn't seem to be doing it now. So that's that resolved. I've got telephone banking. Brilliant, but it's not good enough if you're checking for fraudsters. But for telephone, if you just want a balance and your last 4 transactions, it's all free phone 0800 number. So that'll do me, because tomorrow or after the midnight hour tonight, rare, my money should go in. But I've got one concern. I was told by the lady that I was registering my new banking details, rare, that one payment had it was in the system. That's the way she put it. and so it couldn't be stopped, and it was going to the Bank of Scotland. Well, I'm there because I can still access my Bank of Scotland and all that. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, so I'm still... And it hasn't gone in. And I'm down to 30 quid, okay, yeah. But today's the last day. And all I need to get is some milk, so that's £1.50. Got loads of food, cooked my joint fairly successfully. Well, obviously, you know, this cooker I've got, you just set the time and the temperature. You know, it's totally automated, brilliant. I reckon I get probably... I've already had one meal, but didn't get any stuffing, because the stuffing probably isn't all the way through, if you put me. So I'll put it in the fridge to chill it off. I've got an electric slicer, so I'm all prepared. When it's chilled off, I've got one of these electric, you know, and I can saw it up into, in a sense, to joints. Well, meals. Wrap it with, I've got Clingerfield, but I'll probably prepare Bakerful if I've got enough. Put it into Bakerful and then put it back into the fridge. So, yeah, I'm fairly organised with things like that, but I shared in the oh no, at once it was so, depression. Yeah. Oh, depression can last for years and years and years. It becomes your normal state. But if anyone was observing you like that, you know, you just couldn't be bothered, you know, chuck it in the fucking oven, guess something, and then you'd forget it. Like I say, all my meat joints are always well done. That's it. I was so out of it, I couldn't remember the temperature and couldn't be bothered to look it up. So I'd whack it on 200 degrees. Well, there you go. On this situation, you're well below it because you want a long, slow cook. Wow, when I think back. Oh, yeah, I've got to go on. This stuff. Oh, because I've had that in the spirit. I am going to send for some more Jamaican cherry. Because it's quite cheap. And it's just a matter of ordering them. You'll get a bit of bulk. Not just get one bag. Ask for 2 or 3. And the customs will just check them, you know, once. All of them, right there. Soon suss it's not marijuana, right there. And it comes about 5 days or something. But there you go. So I'll be getting a stash of Jamaican cherry in, because that is the particular herb that is particularly associated with diabetes, right? But I feel sure that the herb I am using is a fantastic herb. I'm changing hand. There's just a slight, but I got this. Yeah, see, she works. It's on. And it's good, you get 4 lights that come on, LED lights, and this is completely charged. This design's good because it not only has a storable, rechargeable battery, which of course they do have, you silly cunt, but it's also designed to act as a charger for other things. So basically the size of the battery is well big, because it has got quite a chunky handle. And I believe for a charge, it's 13 hours of use. So you see, now I'm doing some sales and shit. But I still have, because of the cold, it's now 2 degrees out, just above freezing. So this is an indoor day anyway. And I've just put some washing on, whatever, and I'm doing this. And I might do another one. This is the morning, and then later on the afternoon, if I feel moved in the spirit, do another one. Yeah. Because today is definitely an indoor day. Tomorrow is D-Day, meaning the bank. And then I could have a few problems. Well, it's payday for a start. So I'm waffling again. If I've only got 2/3 of my money... Get it? Because one component has gone to the Bank of Scotland and they're going to take their time. Oh, yeah, probably 2 or 3 days. before it is actually transferred out of that account into my new one. So I can soon... Mattie's really got on with her. She ain't completely built it, but she did a lovely little picture of it. So she's made a lot of ground. This is all this shit you get. Paranoia. Oh, they're all scam artists in the Philippines. I mean, fucking hell. It's all part of the general negative situation of humanity. And that ties in with my lottery winnings. Every fuck pig cunt. And they didn't even look into it to any degree. Get it? Of all saying, no, it's a scam. Mind, it could still be. But I mean, it's just that's what I had to fight through. Get it? And it will be I fucking told you so if I have one. But I'm not like, well, I might a bit. I'll just do a really psyche video and send it to the cunts. Oh, thanks for the good information there. That it's a scam. Don't even bother ask. That's it. Perfect trip, isn't it? All your so-called friends that said, oh, it's a scam and that. Well, it wasn't. So they weren't helpful. So they weren't supportive. Exact opposite. It's a scam. Yeah. Mind you, still could be. Yeah. But by then, I'm already ahead on my application because I still haven't got an email. Doesn't matter. 20 days, but I mean, it's nice to know that's the sort of person I am. Especially with numbers, I just put it on my calendar. 20 days, whenever it runs out. And if there hasn't been any response, then you chase it up. Yeah, this is what these cunts do. Oh my God, they're on you like shit on shit. And you got 10 days to respond, all right. And if you fucking don't, you can fuck out. Oh, you're going to have to appeal again, right? What a load of shit. Oh, it is. The whole system to do with the dealing of disabled people, and you could take it further, needs to be totally reviewed. These people are due the money. Get it? So if they don't appeal, as an example, that's a tripsy. Within 30 days, you've got to appeal, and they're in a deep depression, and they, shall I not, get it, indecisiveness, and then they go over that period, but then decide they do want to appeal. Of course, they fucking should be allowed to appeal. Get it? A man in the street just sees it in like that. Well, look, if the cunt's ill, and he is that ill, and he's got proof he is ill, that's it. Never mind all this. That's what I said. Very good suggestion. The doctors, when they have a patient that clearly has an illness or a condition that entitles them to disabled benefits, they can instigate just for a little ticket. I've examined Mr. Clark today, and they've got just tick boxes. He has these conditions, and as such, he is now, and the date, get it, qualified for this benefit. And because they just do it the other way round. See, again, wrong. If you think you're ill, go and see your doctor, and then you come and tell us. Get it? You have got to make a claim. See, again, bollocks. The person's depressed, you stupid cunts. That's part of their condition, you stupid cunts. And it's a simple matter of totally restructuring it, and it's the doctors. Because we're not talking about thousands of people, right, let's get that straight. No, this is disability. And the doctors know what they're doing. There's tests. So it's not you going, oh, I've got a pain in my leg and milking it. They clearly can do tests, like with me, a blood clot test. With me, my heart condition. Although I went in with the symptoms, I could have been lying. Oh, fucking hell, I get breathless, and I can't fucking walk up a fucking thing, right? Because you've done your research online, yeah. But there's tests. I was hitched up to a machine for about half an hour as well. None of this quick 5-minute fucking stethoscope shit. This is a fully, I've got to have a drink, electrified, if you follow me, test. And so my trip is, because see all the hassle I'm having, the anxiety, fucking shit and that. I wouldn't have to do it at all, see, because this would go back 2 years, get it? When I was initially diagnosed, see, there's your trip. A shit's filled in, and I might have to wait a few months because they're overstocked, shall we say, or a bit busy, but you know you've got it. And you know, and you can work out your life. Like I could start planning for getting a car, saving up and getting, like something like that for the car, get it? I've got an issue, of course, I'm going to need an electric wheelchair. Again, there's probably deals you can do with that. Interest-free credit. If you're a proven disabled person, get it? You can go to certain places. They sell you the wheelchair, but it's interest-free. I've just answered it, interest-free credit. So as cheap as you can get it. And they'll do that to get your business. They're going to get your business because they see the certificate. Get it? You are classed as disabled. You are going to get full disability benefit. And you can even be looking around for your wheelchair. Get it? Because you know you're going to get it. It's just a matter of these cunts, no, I can't be too nasty. If they're that understaffed, get it? And that can all, if there's so many months, well, they're doing this, so many months behind processing these things, then they get more staff in, more jobs. It's not going to be like that, though. People with major disability, oh, God. Oh, that is nectar. 25 seconds in my whisker. See, it's perfectly all frothed. The only trip I'm doing, see your balance, I normally bring in, I've got these big litre containers, to actually whisk the stuff up in. And that's only a pint, so it's nearly 2 of them. And I was bringing the container through, but as fuck goes into shit, no matter how careful you are, because this is speed, there's air. And then no matter how slow, you undo the top really slow, and it will just go psh down the side. But invariably, even though I've done that and I wait for the air to go, when I take the lid off and go to pour it, there's drips around the edge, if you follow me. And milk does stink. It's not something you want to spill on your carpet. Especially if you're like me and you don't do cleaning carpets and whatever. Again, rare. Oh no, that's why we get these benefits. I will get a cleaner to come in maybe twice a week for an hour. Oh yeah, just that. The place is a mess, but once I get a car, I can slowly break down the cardboard, take it down the tip where it belongs, and that's, a work in progress. And once that's done, then someone can actually come in and do the cleaning. So at the moment it's just cluttered to fuck. Right, but because I've been told for a year that I was getting a car, could have been part, well it is, but no, the trip is, I couldn't get rid of my cardboard just using my conventional rubbish collections. Yeah. Because I'm an Amazon customer. I was fantastic, but a fantastic service. Or a lot of people are tuning in. Cheaper than what you can buy. You don't have to run around shops because you just do it on your computer. And you get and it's instantly replaced. If there's any hassle, the goods aren't as described and all this shit. You pay a one-off fee. I think it's 98 quid a year, but that isn't just so you get this extra quick postal service. You get, Amazon Prime. Well, that's what it's called, but you get a TV thing. Oh, I forget what it's called, but it's a video thing, and they produce brilliant movies and that's part of the deal. So, yeah, I can highly recommend Amazon Prime. I don't think it needs recommending, just word of mouth, it's getting out. What? Oh, no, even though I have to pay postage in inverted commas and it's next day delivery, it's still cheaper than these cunts in the high street. And you could argue then, we're going to say, well, Graham, yeah, come on. Cardboard is recyclable. Yeah. It's not like plastic. And you could use it. I'm sure, going off on a tangent now, there are certain wood-burning stoves, which for some people, they're quite a trendy thing, and, you have it installed in your house, and you have an ample supply of cheap wood. You use cardboard, even if it's used to set the wood alight. It's got a use, and it can just be milled up. And it's, in a sense, being reused. I might be talking crap now because I'm talking about fumes. There's quite a few restrictions down what you can put in your stove. And rightly so, because some of this cheap crap coal you get, it's filth. It's polluting. It's actually illegal. Here, you can see it and you can smell it. The wind's going in the right direction. Right. And Coleman still deliver it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The world to rights. Yeah. I can take it jokingly. No, I'm not. I've got my own little trip. That's enough to get Black Unicorn launched. To get myself, it's not consecrated, but acknowledged by a recognised body. How you doing, Findor Foundation? That you can and have performed healing miracles. That's it. So it'd just be something like, miracle worker. But to get to that recognition, you will have to have had so many definite miracles you've performed, which were witnessed and can be accredited. You probably have a number, must be more than 5. Bribe your mate sort of thing. No, and it's just rubber stamped. And the Findorn, it's a trip. The Findorn Foundation could act as the body. That's it. And they could have they have people from all over the world that come to them with healing gifts, get it. And it's just word of mouth. But then to make it better, those people are meant to go back out into the world. Not all live at Findorn. That was one of the criticisms that's aimed in. Well, it's not much good having all these light workers, but all in one place. It's logic. Only so many people can visit the Findorn Foundation, get it rare, and yet these gifts need to be put back out into the world. So to get that's it. That's it. That was its trip. But it has got distorted. A university of light. And just like in the world, a university is an educational facility that you get equipped up, get qualifications, get it, and then you go back into the big world and bring all this knowledge and expertise that you've gained from the university and apply it to, but that doesn't happen. Well, it's got to, because let's face it, I'm psychoanalyzing myself. Graham, there's only so many people that can live within the foundation. But they don't all live in the foundation. They've overspilled to all the little villages and things around here and set up their little businesses and things around here. But the same trip. The world needs healing. And the world isn't going to get healed from one little isolated facility in the north of Scotland and a few people around it. The trip is, you've come from Jamaica, that's where all your connections are, and where you incarnated, get it? You fucking go back to Jamaica. Ooh, You've come from California. Ooh. Oh, yeah. You've trained up. Unless you'll get it absolute star. See, here's the cutting word, and I don't like this, but it's backed with truth. You fuck off back to California. That's your field. This is esoteric concepts. Your field of service. Now, here's the motherfuck. I come from Scotland. Rah! Oh, yeah. Arbroath, ancient place of kings. Rah! I'm not doing it so loud. Oh, that's all right. It's bloody 9 o'clock. Yeah. Now's that going to fucking work out, Findy Foundies? Meaning that Findorn belongs to Scotland. Sorry about that. Well, I'm putting it out. Oh, and it's not going to be a popular thing. Of course it isn't. But again, if the Scottish government get on board, yeah, bring in regulations. Yes, this is actually a Scottish facility because it's part of Scotland. And only so much percent of the people living here, the members that can be foreign. Yeah, that's a word we can use. This is a Scottish facility. All the other trips, Scottish people have precedence. Yeah, meaning I as a Scotsman, oh yes, should have precedence. And all this housing, a few years back, see, it's still there. The angels witness everything, my friends. And the angels are my memory. I couldn't. That's what channeling is. This is the angelic kingdom coming through me. Right? Of course, there's no wings and bowels, but again, any man watching, well, this is logic. And the lady who's head of Scotland, because this is good business. Getting some cunts worried now. Oh, the Findorn Foundation is good business for Scotland, of course it is. Brings all these people in and all the local businesses around here benefit. Rare! But it's actually a Scottish facility. It's in Scotland. And this is what's going on. It's just an extension of that. Immigration rules. That's it in a nutshell. Oh, you can come and visit Scotland, get it? But to live here is a different matter. Oh, if you've got some definite skills that we need, because that's what's going on and will happen. If Scotland becomes independent, all these issues are going to be looked at. That's what it means. Hey, this is our oil industry. Get it? Same analogy, right? And this is our tourist industry, right? Whatever label you put on it. And there will be control. Because that's what I was sharing about in the previous video. How people have abused the laws. How people have entered into fictional marriages to be able to come here and stay here. All of which can be looked into. Yeah. And these are things I know about in the spirit. And what's blatant. You get it? People coming here, they were gay and they marry a man, get it? And yet they're not actually living together as a couple. Vice versa. A woman comes here and marries a gay man. But again, they're not actually living as a couple. It's just a scam. So an inspector comes round, sees they are technically living together and that's it. But then within months, they both move back to their own space or whatever. And there is money exchanged, of course. Oh, you marry me and get me citizenship, it's a few £1,000. Yeah. Well, the thing is, the truth is coming out. It's never been actually really hidden, but it's just life bringers or light bringers, yeah, that are genuine articles, and we're not biased. we are moved by the Spirit of truth. And this I shared even while I was still undergoing my training in the Jesus Fellowship Church. That very famous one ministry that I did, part of what was channeling was, I am the Spirit of truth. Meaning the Spirit can come through in various ways. I am the Spirit of power. I am the Spirit of peace, meaning that is the major energy that is moving through me. Well, mine's pretty well up there. The Spirit of truth. You think about that one. So, yes, such an instrument of me would not be welcome in a place that's running under darkness. This is channeled. See, the trip is, as I've said all along, this is being stamped on. Rare. Oh yeah, I can see the figures and other people are producing things and get thousands of looks, but I'm not a glamour tripper. Get it? I don't wear fancy suits and whatever, and don't have my own recording studio, again, because the people have backed them. That's coming. Many false prophets. That's all part of the scriptural junction. So be wary. Test your spirits to see if they're of God. And there are many easy questions you can ask. Oh, I see. So you channel Tobias, and this is an angelic presence. I see. Now, what is your grounding? What is your training to become this channel? You know, yeah, that. What's your training? How did this come about? And then some cunt like me's asked, oh, what's your training then, Graham, to become a charity? And it's all there. Oh, I was in 1988, had gifts of the Spirit, and those gifts of the Spirit are openly available. They're in written form, and that's other people witnessing that I've moved in these gifts. Get it? And then when you read the gifts, you can see through the lines. They might not have used the word channeling, but it is. Your voice is consecrated to the Lord. And then psychic backings, world-renowned acknowledged psychic Roger Moore. Again, our paths crossed, and he gave me a psychic reading. He can be asked. His words were, quote, you're one of the most purest channels I've ever met. Now, how many channels you get? Right. But that's like a reference. It's a solid background. Then you go to this man. I've got nothing personal. Okay, how did you come into channeling Tobias? You know, how did it happen? And then you hear things like, well, I heard a voice, and then you go to other channels. David Spangler comes to mind. Well, how did this happen for you, David? And you'll see a similar pattern to me. He was trained for this. And he met the right woman who became his manager. I don't say girlfriend. Say, I've met David Spangler. I've touched his aura. And I can verify he's a genuine channel. Now, like anything, okay, his channeled source was limitless love and truth. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's a bit airy-fairy, you know. There's no scriptural injunctions to back that up. No prophecy. I'm just moving this to back that up, right? I'm just hypothetically thinking, oh, but he is genuine. Now we go into things like, so you say actually you're not completely human and that you're a starseed and you've come from another evolutionary cosmic source. So basically you've got an angelic roots, not a word, but this is a teaching that's broadly accepted. I come from Sirius, or have incarnated in Sirius, and that's a way round that one. I can't say I'm definitely an angel, but I can say I come from Sirius. and this was channeled through me. Whoo, way back. Now, I didn't have a clue what it meant. But now this whole concept of star seeds is generally recognised. But again, people aren't put on a pedestal. It just means, A, you have incarnated on one of your many thousands of incarnations and lived on Sirius then. But then you've come into the earth, if you like, so you are technically an earth person. Who knows? I'm telling you, there might be some kind of blood test developed, a DNA test developed. So people, there you go, we're on the same trip, credentials. Oh, I am a starseed from Sirius, and it can be scientifically verified through this DNA scan or whatever. But it's not a trip. It's just that then it's a qualification. So I am a Sirius starseed, and this particular starseed will be acknowledged as having these certain gifts and abilities that someone isn't a Sirius starseed. Now, there are other starseeds. It's not just Sirius, right? And this is going to be coming. All right, there's a prophetic word then. This technology and this ability to assess people's DNA, whatever, will be discovered, invented, call it what you will, and people will be officially categorised. We're going round in a circle. Not some cunt claiming they're this, that and the other, and it's a load of bollocks. Yeah, there will be many. That's why we need to do this. There'll be many people who aren't the genuine article. They're not a genuine channel. It's just all an act. May have read about it, get it? You know, there's lots of books and this and whatever. And their own ego. There's your trip. It's their ego. Get it? It's an ego. There you are in a nutshell. It's an ego trip to become a channel. And yet the two are totally opposed. It's totally a different thing. But it's great, a great way to earn your livelihood. Glamour, get it? But people like me, the genuine thing, and I'm not alone, obviously, because that's how I've come naturally in my life. My next stages are to go out and heal people. But I need some authentication. And it's there. Findorn Foundation. At least 4 miracles there, witnessed, known. And so you set up, they've probably got to do this, this is a word. We set up some experts who can suss out, follow up the evidence, right? Again, it must be kind of certificate qualification. And the Findorn Foundation is the place where people go to, again. Just like with doctors and that, they have a certificate, but they have an address or somewhere where people can go, because we've got forgery, get it? Some cunt just sticks up a plaque on his thing and I'm a starseed, walla, walla, cunt shit, and it is just cunt shit. They will have a place where they can be, people can connect into, i.e. the Findorn Foundation, right? Have you got a record of a Graham Clark Lifebringer as a such and such, whatever titles are, made up, considered thing? Oh, yes, he is. Have you got a photograph? Yeah, just a photograph of a Graham Clark Lifebringer. Oh, yeah. And they can see that, oh, yeah. And you get a certificate, but with your photo. Again, anything can be forged. I'm being told this very strongly. It isn't and shouldn't be just on the basis of a certificate, because people can get forgeries. Again, that's the world we live in. But if there is a central address, it could be many. All right, that's channeled in. It doesn't just mean the Findorn Foundation, but mine does happen to be that. That's where the miracles have taken place. That's where people have physically met me. Rare. But there can be various other. I'm sure there's one in California that's just flashed in. Similar facilities, similar communities, and they can offer their authentication and people can connect in there. But this has got to happen, I'm being told. Right? We've got to sort the wheat from the chaff. Imagine how much damage a false channel, a false teacher can do. Many people waste years of their life traipsing around their channel, get it, and going to their channelings when they're meant to be out there fucking doing what it is they've got to do, which isn't traipsing around, get it? Pedestal, glamour, a world problem. Oh yeah, it's a world problem. And glamour can be all the way through society. It can be false channels who are sucking up money from people to come and watch them channel when they need to be empowered and need to go off and do whatever it is they've got to do. That's the concept of the University of Light. You come here, we help you find what you are, if you like. It's like an identity, and we equip you for service. So yes, you can do some workshops, and very quickly someone can just anoint you for service. Yeah, it's another concept, see? And anoint you as an empath, but then you've got to go out and do it. And at first it can be a bit tricky-wicky. That's where things like the pendulum come in. Very important. You yourself attune to your pendulum, which is your way of tapping into your higher self. And you do, and we go right round the circle with this lottery winnings. At the end of the day, that's why I've had to use my pendulum. Because so many people were saying this, that and the other and all prepared to put their aura in, but it didn't ring true. Sorry. So I use my pendulum. I can't do it now, so I've got this in one hand. And that's what I do. I've got there you go, I've got a final payment coming up. But I would consult the pendulum right up to the last minute. Shall I pay this, I could say final payment, or tomorrow will just be amount. Once I've checked my bank account, I'm limited, whatever I've got. But they've understood it, supposedly. They said I've got until the end of March. Now, that's a lot of space. I'm only at the end of January. Yet something else can come in between, and I can shelve that. Oh, well, I'll wait till I get my lottery winnings, wait until I get my car, because I've got this to do. See, I'm free. I can go and respond. It's an invitation. There's a trip, right. If someone was to invite me to come to Canada because they've got some work they feel I can assist them with, could be. Oh, that's on the cards. People would like to scientifically assess me and my gifts. Fine, but as long as it's a double-ended arrangement, meaning I am free to respond to the spirit, I'm not their fucking lab animal. Oh, I know that's going on. No. It'll be a contract and I'll come and I'll agree to be available for tests, examinations, whatever, rare. But also clauses will be built in that should something eventuate, there you go, I'm a planetary server. That's the concept, yeah, a planetary server. So if something crops up because of the powers of darkness, get it? We've got to be flexible. Free, but flexible. There's a mantra for you. So I'm free, right? But I'm flexible. Meaning, if I'm asked to do something else, rare, because that's your trip, there's your mind fuck. My field of service is the planet. Now, fuck, that's a big field of service, rare. But obviously, I can't do it all, and I don't do it all. But I am open. It's funny enough, what a trip. This is what Peter Caddy taught. So he wasn't a complete asshole. Yeah, right, bit of praise. Yeah, he taught, I was there when he gave this talk and talked about how he developed that ability to just respond free. And he could just zoom here and every get like a word, or some of it he got wrong, but I've got to go to, and he'd leave everything and just go. Well, I've done that as well. Part of my training was to just follow the Spirit, completely be free and go where the Spirit led me. And we've all done that in our own way. Right. But as going off conjecturing, maybe I am dropping a few hints. I would love to go to Canada. It's like that song. Yeah. California. Oh, Joni Mitchell. Got California in my mind. Beautiful song. Beautiful artist. Right. Well, I've got Canada on my mind. Now, it could be ego again. Of course it can. Well, I want to go to Canada. Why? Because marijuana's legal there. Oh, that's very high up on my escalon. Get it? Oh, very high up. Marijuana, oh yeah, again, preach, mate, is a sacrament. It's not a drug. And anywhere that's got the intelligence and understands that is my home. Now, unfortunately, Scotland doesn't. I've put that out, actually, quite blatantly. I am a Scotsman, so I contradict myself, right? Rare. But if I can't practice my religion where I'm living, because they're antiquated and they're, got their heads up their arse, then we go on the other number. Yeah, I'm a Scotsman, but I'm also a planetary citizen. The planet is my home. See, flexibility. And if part of the planet, Canada, whatever, California, where Mount get it, I can go there as a planetary citizen. And if I have got things to offer that country, I'm a teacher of angels and men, i.e. I can anoint people, I've got my throat again, anoint people, purely scriptural, in various ministries. Every ministry that I've been approved to do, that's prophecy, deliverance ministry, healing, cutting word. Ooh, oh yeah. Someone comes to me and says, oh, because that's what I said. I was asked. I've got to have a drink. I was asked by, it's all on file. It's all there for anyone to read. I was asked what gifts I've moved in so far. So that's for you as well. I said, prophecy and healing, right? What gifts would you like to move into? Might not have been worded exactly, but that's it. I'd like to be more responsible to the brethren and bring the cutting word. Because that is a responsibility to the brethren. I've also got given, I've never quoted that, I've got the shepherd's heart. Very protective of my flock. Yeah. And my flock is whoever lives around me is my flock. So I touch into Canada. I wouldn't say the whole of Canada is what it could be, but comes my flock. And I will speak out to protect my flock. Because that's one of the gifts of the Spirit I've been given. So I'm not a politician. That's just fine. Beautiful song. Get into my black car. Well, that's the chorus. Yeah. Love the Cream. Well, I love fucking it all, for fuck's sake. There's very little music I cannot appreciate or gravitate to. And I love hearing new forms of music. So I go to, I go to Canada. And there's obviously traditional Canadian music, stuff that perhaps I've never heard here. Oh, I'd love that. That's my idea going out. Well, this Circus of the Sun, but it's in French. Maybe you want to know. That's why I want to go to Canada. So it's not just the marijuana thing. Oh no, these people, easily I'm being told, I'll meet the right people to set up Black Unicorn. Thousands of them come from all over the world. They're all artisans, which are mentioned in the Black Unicorn thing. People who love their art form. So it's not an ego trip. They love it, and that's why they excel in it. But they also are very intelligent and can appreciate. It's channeling. It's a charitable body for artisans and people to be able to use to promote shows, to raise funds. So they're sanctifying their art form. But the shows they perform in are raising funds for charity. A whole new trip. In fact, I'm being told the leader of the circle will fucking love Black Unicorn. And they can adopt it. Well, of course, they can either adopt it, start it, register with it, because that's what it is, a registered rare, but they can also give so much of their time for charity. And it's a double-edged sword. Some people might, that's it, oh no, I just want to spend the rest of my life doing my art form and earning money for charity, because they understand they're accrediting spiritual merit. It's a spiritual process, and it's a physical process. It's a double-barrel trip again. Any Black Unicorn event is for raising funds for charity. That's it. That's it in the Constitution. And then the individual, if they have got a wage and they can be, again, the Black Unicorn could set up tours. That's its job, a promoter, but it could organise a tour, like the circus tour, get it a mobile show, get it rare, and the people will be paid a wage, rare, they've got to live rare, but then they would have a contract saying, and they'd have to sign it as part of the trip, oh, you must agree to give 10% of your salary back to charity. That's some word go. There's no, promoters hidden thing. That's it, right up front. We will pay you such and such and such based on your needs, but we would expect you to, because it's freedom, it's empowering again, to give 10% of your wages to charity. It can be any charity. That's the trip. So you've got a real big thing about the PDSA. I'm just off my head. Animals are a big thing for you, and that's right. And I've got a big thing about birds. Royal Society Protector of Birds, an example. And that I inherited from my mother. And now, I can't see it. I buy expensive bird food. They're my pets. Yeah. So I pay, 25 quid for a proper sack of budgie seed. This isn't just cheap crap. But the birds here love it. It's an amazing source of food, seed, and we're coming into winter. So it probably blows their mind. What the fuck's this doing here now? Because it shouldn't be here. Get me? But it is, because all the seasons are changing. And I've got a whole gang, I can't say any fucker now, because I've got a sparrowhawk that's sussed. I do. And I've actually, right. A sparrowhawk has killed him or herself in my garden. But it's just calming, if you like. It was swooping down to get a sparrow and clunked, I heard it, clunked into my window. It broke its neck. So I went out there and it's clear, it's in its last things, twitching. So I couldn't do anything now, but that was it, and just put it softly on the ground and blessed it, and it passed, because again, they do. Get it? Very painless. It's, that's how the trip is. Very quick death. It broke its neck and there's just a few twitches. And a human comes, who's a cosmic healer, get it? Picks it up. Oh, that sparrowhawk was blessed and probably will incarnate into a different form altogether. So you could clearly say, oh, that was a very blessed act for that sparrowhawk. It's probably come back as whatever. Again, it'd blow your bollocks off if you got into karma to that degree. But some people can, as a word of knowledge. Get it? Oh, well, the sparrowhawk is actually now a thing, and is actually one of your guides. Yeah, you have animal guides. Oh, yeah. Again, it'd blow our bollocks off. And that will happen if it is revealed to us, there's a trip, who and what are our guides and helpers. Get it? It would just be a distraction. So again, we de-glamorise it. So in the end, it's just like you've got no guides and helpers. There's no, oh, I hear the voice of Kunterkint telling me this. No, it just comes through you. It's like you and your guides become one because you are one. So there's no separation. There's no, oh, I've seen it, oh, I've got Kunterkint here. And then fucking milking that, and you'll get thousands of people, whatever. Oh, he channels Kunterkint. Oh, fuck me, yeah. So you can see glamour is a major thing that we have got to rise above, but we have the means. Alice A. Bailey, bless her soul, channeled, I believe it's, correct me wrong, 24 volumes through the Lucis Trust, available in Amazon. So they are now moved out of the escalon of secret knowledge. You'd have to go to Watkins or somewhere like that. It's just everyday stuff. Yeah, check it out, Amazon. And they're reasonably priced. You can buy the whole set, buy a single volume. You could donate a set. Brilliant thing to give someone, whether they're a group or what, because they don't have to read them. Just have to touch them or pick them up and have a look. But if they develop empathy, which is coming, they can pick any volume of the Alice A. Bailey teachings and just touch it, as I've shared this, like a Bible. A quick prayer, Blessed Father, Mother God, however you pray, may all the knowledge within this book be revealed to me, probably said it wrong, be made available to me of what I need. That's the mantra, need to know. But there isn't any of this ding, 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 ding crap. It's just that. And it's done in a flash of a lightning. And then if you come into a situation where you can or need to tap into that knowledge, it's there. And the mantra generally is, you don't get into intellectual discussions, they're a waste of space. We're told we're evolving from intellect to intuition. And that's what it means. So I end on that. You must say, oh, people used to think I was a thick as shit cunt because I didn't enter into intellectual discussion. Just sit there and bored out my skull, basically. But yeah. And again, that would give off a certain impression. Oh, he's very flippant. He's very narrow. He thinks Jimi Hendrix. There are many here amongst us who think life is but a joke. But you and I, we've been through that, and that is not our fate. Let's not talk softly now, for the hour 'tis getting late. For those who don't know, it's all along the watchtower. And actually, there you go. It could be a Dylan song. Yeah. See, again, it's data. Okay, very sorry. Bob Dylan wrote that, but Hendrix did perform it, get it? And that'd be a common trip. People like Hendrix's version, and we'll assume Hendrix wrote it. Who gives a fuck? And I'm sure Bob Dylan don't give a fuck, because it wasn't even Bob Dylan. Okay? He channeled it, for fuck's sake. So again, deglamorisation. And people who are aware of this concept don't get on a big trip about it. You can go and interview Bob Dylan, and he might come out with something like, oh yeah, I was having a shit. No, but that's it. Deglamorise. And this song came to me. Totally deglamorises it, right? No, I didn't go into a swoon and I was just having a shit. I'm just doing it as an example, right? Oh, there are many amongst us think life's such a, oh, that's fucking good, reading the paper. Right, but you and I, we've been through that. Oh, not bad. Drops it on a bit of bog paper, right? Right. I don't know what, but I reckon if you went to Bob Dylan, it would be quite interesting. But then again, it could have been Hendrix. See what I mean? It's data. And people are focused in the intellect. That's the be-all and end-all. That you get the data right. When it isn't. The teaching is the teaching. What actual source? Well, we could argue to the cows and the dogs come home. Well, actually, it's King Kong cunt. And, oh no, it's the Syrian master, Fifth Ray and all this bollocks, right? Again, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? We accredit it, and we can say it's come from the light then. And that's about all we can say, with absolute authority or certainty. It came from the light. And many different instruments channel the light. I'm being told to finish. Thank you, those that have joined me, and not many. Oh, here you go. No, I had 2-3 people flashing right at the beginning, right? So I'm going to finish anyway.